Welcome to Expat Lifestyle with Bads. Well, I'm back home now, here in Florence, after spending a few nights with my family down in Rome. You know, we did the Colosseum and the Vatican and so on, but a highlight was attending or participating or being involved in the Ghostly Night Tour. It was great. We had a lot of fun, and I certainly do recommend it. So this episode is all about that tour. You'll see towards the end of the episode where I experience a paranormal encounter. Scary stuff. You'll have to watch the episode to see what happens towards the end. Guys, I'm about to do the Ghostly Night Tour in Rome. The fact that that light is flashing behind me makes me a little bit nervous, but please watch. Okay, so we're on our way here to the meeting point for the Ghostly Night Tour in Rome, via a nice little stroll through the Piazza Navona. You can see here the food craft stalls, very enticing. We meet and start the Ghostly Tour under the unsettling statue of Giordano Bruno. The statue stands in the middle of the Campo di Fiore Piazza, or square. Giordano Bruno, from the 16th century, was an Italian scientist and philosopher who went against the teachings of the church. Now, I'm sure some of you remember from grade 8 history during the medieval period that Copernicus put out there that the Earth was not the centre of the universe, that the Sun was, and the planets revolved around the Sun. So Bruno took these teachings and supported what Copernicus had actually said earlier in that century. Bruno was jailed for several years and brutally tortured during that time too. But you know what? He stood by his beliefs, a man of principles. Well, I guess those principles did cost him freedom and ultimately his life. What's really chilling is that his statue is exactly the same spot where he was burnt at the stake a few centuries ago. Imagine what it must have been like in the piazza, in the square, during those times. Today, the squares are, during the day, bustling markets, and at night, some fantastic little restaurants. Our times have changed. Our tour guide informed us, and he was very good, by the way. Our tour guide informed us that on the night, or around about the date of his execution, which was 17th of Feb in 1600, on those nights, that water mains and pipes suddenly burst. Quite strange, isn't it? But you think about it. Water puts out fire. So that building there is known as the Castel Sant'Angelo. It was actually built by Emperor Hadrian back in the 2nd century. It became a castle, fortress, and a place of execution. So that area of Rome around the Castel Sant'Angelo is known to have ghost sightings. Don't walk around there too late at night. That's my tip. So on the nights of the 10th and 11th of September, the ghostly presence of Beatrice Cenci can be seen walking backwards and forwards along the bridge that connects the Castel Sant'Angelo. She was beheaded, and there's been sightings of her holding her head in her hands in the early hours of the morning. It was from the 16th century. Sad story. Donna Pamphili, also from the 16th century. She was actually married to the brother of Pope Innocent X. But because of that connection, she took a lot of bribes from people to allow them to see the Pope. So she created a lot of enemies, and was actually, when her husband died, the Pope's brother, she sort of really had to leave Rome. When she left Rome, she also crossed the same bridge that leads to the Castel Sant'Angelo. 2 years later, she died of the plague, and her ghost can also be seen, this time in a horse and cart, moving across that bridge. January the 7th. So if you're in Rome, January the 7th, early in the morning, go for a walk along the bridge. Hey, see what you see.
What is it? What is that? It's an otter or a rat. It's not an otter.
Oh my goodness.
That's so enormous.
We've just finished the ghost tour. What about that rat footage? It literally came up from the shadowy banks of the Tiber River right when we finished our ghost tour. Oh, coincidental. Anyway, I stopped and took a few photos, as did a lot of people actually. And lo and behold, I stopped, turned around, and everyone's gone. So I'm just literally walking on my own back to our apartment. I don't know where they are. I think I've got a fair idea of how to get back myself, but I don't know where they are. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you soon. You know, there's a few people around, but it's getting a bit late. So, as I said, doing it by feel. I think I'm heading the right way, and as you can see, a few cars around. So hopefully I get back in one piece. Let's just go this way. Maestro Titta, he was a Roman executioner in the 18th century for over 70 years, and he was responsible for executing over 500 convicts, prisoners. Obviously, probably a lot of innocent people there too, I guess. But he had several different methods, and as I said earlier, he wore that red scarlet cloak, and that's a sight that many people have claimed to have seen wandering around Rome. And because he executed the convicts in so many different locations, his sightings, his ghostly sightings, are also spread around Rome too, but quite heavily spotted around the Castel Sant'Angelo, and also the Trastevere, which is a lovely trendy area to go for a meal. So once more, just late at night, just be aware, okay? Look out for that red cloak. So look, if you've got a chance to do a ghostly night tour, I'd say go for it. It gives you that opportunity to explore laneways and piazzas that aren't normally visited on the typical tourist route. Okay, so that's my suggestion anyway. I know, look, I haven't met up back with my family yet, but I know they've had a bit of fun tonight, and I have too. Okay, so that's my recommendation. Okay, so I've got a fair idea where I'm heading now, so that's good. Oh, do you see that light just increased in intensity? Bit strange, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, look, I definitely felt, the lighting in this laneway definitely changed, didn't it? I did feel a bit of some sort of presence then. Did the air temperature drop? I don't know. Am I just imagining that? Shh. Oh, I've just stopped. It's gotten cold. It's gotten cold, actually. I'm feeling a bit uneasy. That presence again. Oh, Jesus, I'm out of here. I'm out. Did you see that? Did you see that? Expat lifestyle at pads. Oof, that was intense, wasn't it? Oh, was that the executioner? Hey, thumbs up, subscribe, bell notifications on. I'll see you next episode, I hope.